that was one. And the second one, we got his answer. Have we got any things just come?
We've got apologies from Chris Morrison,
Right,
Robert Fernandez, Rachel Fernandez, Kathy Holdsworth. Kathy's moving house today,
right,
and Chris is recovering from an operation.
right. Declaration members' interest, have we got anybody?
Just Eileen, Chair,
Is it?
for
All speaking, 15 minutes, please, and turned up, they're not going on the obviously.
Last one's didn't.
Well,
Yeah.
they're not the body, so, I don't know, you've got anything to, it is with?
No, just apart from the fact that Anne and Valley are having a consultation on car parks
Right,
with a view to sort of, apparently they've not done it since 2012, I didn't realise that. Revenue recoup. What they can do with them, I think, basic. And I don't mean building on them, I mean how much they're going to charge you and stuff like that. But we don't have a council car park, do we? As such, we get charged for in Langley now.
yeah, it is.
Because I was thinking about it today, I think the ones near, which used to have a meter near the train station on Milne Road, their meter's been gone years, hasn't it?
We could have, we was offered North Street for £40,000.
We were offered that,
And that.
Yeah.
for nothing, actually.
So, yeah, so it don't really affect us, to be honest. That's it.
And then
Not
we've got
unless they
the-
decide
the
to
question
start
of I-
charging. Can I ask?
I don't
Oh,
know,
yeah,
to be honest, it's just the total
Because he's watching.
and the value
Yeah, that was
consultation.
It's
Yeah, we're opening a what? Sorry, sorry.
We're having trouble with Amber Valley, trying to get a new plastic recycling bin at the church.
St John's.
Yes, we have got a bin, but it's got no lid on it, right? And we phoned about 3 or 4 months ago to say, could we have a new bin? At first we didn't exist up there, they couldn't find St John's Church. I said, well, that's funny, it's been there since 1870 odd.
It's not moved, is it? It's not moved.
It's got a wall. And then Keith phoned again later on, and they said, yes, we've got you, we know you by the number, which is 269. We'll send somebody out. Well, we phoned again this week. They said, can't you find the lid? And said, no, the lid's warped, that's why we've not been using it, because obviously somebody's broke it off, or it's got broken off. It's done a vanishing act.
Right,
And they said, oh, well, it's not a, it's, we've got it on the list. We've got it on the list, but we still don't know where you are. So we said, well, we're at 269 Cromford Road. That is our address. We've given you the postcode and everything. So they said, oh, we'll make it a priority. But as yet, we still haven't heard anything about having a new recycling bin. I just wondered if you could do
I'll have a look. Are you trade waste or private waste?
private waste.
You're not trade waste?
We haven't got, no, we don't pay, we've got one of the normal bins.
Yeah, no, it's,
I don't think we trade waste. I've never had a bill through to the church to pay for a
no,
bin.
269 from
Cromford Road.
Yeah,
leave that me on.
Thank you for that.
yeah, no, it's just,
It's just so
I don't want to go
frustrating.
creating waves and give you a bill and then it's.
No, it's,
But I'll look at, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
And
thank
see
you.
what,
and in the meantime, if one turns up, I'll let you know, Irene.
We've got
We'll probably get 3.
Sorry?
Dispensation.
No, Chair.
It's not much further. Minutes after the last meeting. We've got a problem with them all. Take a vote on it.
yeah.
Second. No, you got 3 of you seconded it, normal. First proposal, second, and then.
You vote it?
Yes, everybody. Chairman's announcements to include matters relating to the bus trips. The bus trips. It turned out all right actually in the end. It was rather a bit of a fact. Eileen made a bit. She not got the dates not quite right. So I was under the impression that he was on the bus and she wasn't. So what I did, I said,
That's been on mine.
so I said to Chris to help.
I was telling everybody for weeks, I can't do this on the 18th, I'm going to see Claire at Skipton. That's all I kept telling him, and it had gone with me before.
So anyway,
Sure, we'll come down and leave.
but
I need locking up, it's been 70. Your mind's going.
well, the public register, there's about 4 or 5 of them on one side and they all helped us. And the bus driver, he was a good lad, he helped us with all the chits and everything. And it was pretty good really, I was happy with the help of the public, they did help us. And they're telling them when they're on A or B buses, which was a big help to me because they're on me. I didn't realise they're holding me on the bus, council-wise. So, but it went out all right. A lot of people went to the Abbey and some had a ride on the barge, and yeah, in the end of the day, it turned out all right. It was
Weather was fine.
weather were nice. They were saying that there wasn't so many stores. It was quite simple. We did check up, and apparently it was absolutely freezing. And by God, it was freezing that day, weren't it? It was cold, if you remember, very, very cold. Bitter. The weather was bitter. And the day before, Denise had been up and recorded us a little recce all around, and it packed out. It was a very nice day. So yeah, all in all, it was all right. Yeah, the bus trip turned out okay. In the end, it was all good. So that's about it. So nobody else wants to. No, nothing for that.
I drive
Oh,
on the road. I drive on the road.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Lovely lad.
yeah. Oh, very good.
What's the date for the
Right now,
new one?
if we put 12 on the minutes, but it's turned out because it says 5, I think you'll all agree we'll leave it at 5. That's the best bet because we don't really want to go on people's, but we've already had people say, well that's no good because I took a day off work. So, you know, which is understandable, they do take days off work if they want to go somewhere. So I suggested that I think if you'll all agree, we'll leave it at the 5th because it says 5th on there, so we'll leave that there. We did talk about the 19th, we had a little discussion, didn't we, then the 12th, and then if you read the minutes, it's just the 12th, but 5 will be fine, leave it as it is, so of course no
Is
more.
there still a few seats left on that one?
Yes, look, there's, I think it's 30 in the Andrew, something like that.
Well, it's booking up very quickly, yes.
Oh, yes,
About
no problem.
over 30 booked already.
So, I'll get on there, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Is that a Christmas market?
Yeah.
Yes, there is one. Yes, there's a Christmas market. Yeah, it is. And it's a lovely, lovely place. It's got some nice shops, nice streets. So it is quite a nice place, actually. Very, very clean. I've been myself,
It's
actually.
very expensive.
What isn't now?
Well, that's it, that's what I'm saying.
It's not expensive. Right, Andrew, financial matters, Andrew.
The list of payments is circulated.
Yeah,
Notable ones on that is we've had claims against the council at the Godkin site and at other places where we own trees, and we've had to spend £2,500 on tree surgeons to actually comply with the recommendations that we're getting. Remember, we've got so many trees on the Godkin site, we've got lots of trees at the allotments, and we have a responsibility to maintain them. So something that we can't avoid, I'm afraid. I think it's become a regular thing over the next few years.
and how much of that came up to, I suppose?
Yeah, one of them was £2,100 and the other was £480. They're the two bills we've had to pay for tree work. I mean, that's obviously including VAT, so we'll save that, we'll get that back.
Something, isn't it? That's just That's a jump, that is, isn't it, 20%?
But if you look at it, say, over the last 10 years,
Yeah,
we've not hardly spent anything on tree maintenance. So if you do a little bit each year, you
Yeah.
might be able to keep the cost down.
yeah. We could do a Blair on that, can't we? We'll do a Tony Blair on that. No, it's not, no, it's going to be, 10 years now. Oh, okay, we said it would be next week. 10 years.
And so just to keep you updated, the budget precept, in
Yes.
January you'll have to set a budget and a precept again.
Yeah,
You'll receive a detailed report to the November meeting, where hopefully you'll agree a provisional budget for next year and a recommended precept, which we will then advertise to the public to see if they have any comments or suggestions, and then you will make the decision at the January council meeting.
Yeah.
But I think we're looking at, we're back to the old chestnut, if you like, where we will have to look and see that even though this year we're looking as though we're going to reduce our balances by £20,000,
yeah.
we'll still have a substantial amount in balances, and so you may decide not to increase the precept again for a third year running. But let's see what the figures look like in December.
Yeah.
Sorry, just going back to the trees, Andrew,
Yeah.
do we have someone that goes around all the allotments and everywhere, just checking once a year or once every 6 months?
No,
Or do
but
we wait until somebody reports an issue?
we have now, that's included in the costs, inspections of our areas to,
Yeah.
just to keep us
So we
some
don't have problems.
documentation to show insurers that we're taking reasonable care of,
Yeah.
of what we
You're
are.
not building problems on.
No.
Yeah.
So, Chair, we've got grant aid. Remember that we agreed at the last meeting we've exhausted our grant money for this year, or the budget for it. But I was at the Langley Mill Food Bank a few weeks ago,
Right.
registering somebody, a local resident who hit hard times, and I managed to get a food parcel off them which I delivered to her and put her on that list. So I've seen what they actually do in there now myself. It's amazing what they've got in there. And at the moment we're paying £200 a month,
Yeah.
and that's been £200 a month now probably since 2020. They did make a request as to whether you'd be prepared to push that £200 a month up to £250 a month, and I said I'd bring it to you.
I'd like to propose that we do that. I've actually seen what work they do at the church food bank, and they do a real good service to the people in the community, to be honest with you.
Did they say what difference that would make, Andrew, the extra?
It's just in terms of keeping them going with food, you know,
Yeah.
food prices have increased over
Yeah.
the last 3 years. Their number of people that they're looking after is going up, and there's a bigger demand for it than there was 3 years ago, or indeed 5 years ago when we started them.
And I think donations have gone down as well. People aren't giving quite as much as they used to do, because obviously our costs of buying food have gone up, so you don't buy that extra 3 or 4 package, you probably just buy the one now.
I've noticed that when I go past that,
That's just box.
it's not full now.
No.
It's not.
It used to be, it used to be swelling.
Yeah.
Once a week.
I've noticed it.
Yeah, but it's always in the past been
Full.
overfull, whereas now, people don't give that much, as much as they used to give.
Probably going forward.
That, yeah, so I think it's another £50 a month, which is next to nothing, and we are actually helping people who live, because I think it is, from what when I've spoken to people, it is based on the people that live in Aldercar or Langley, so.
Yeah, because they've got ladies. Yeah.
So I think we
I
should.
mean, they give a decent food parcel out. I was thinking of popping in myself and sort of taking in that parcel. They certainly do them proud because they've moved on to that. It's not just gone to the old days where it might be a loaf of bread and cheap tins and things like that. They're actually giving them frozen food, fresh vegetables, bread, milk, enough for meals to try and feed a family over the week.
No, they're part of a consortium, aren't they, where they get food sent in from various places, but most food banks are part of the bigger consortium. But I do actually think, I'd like to say that, I'd like to propose that we accept, or we
I mean, if you think about it, you know, when you go and do your own food shop, that, you know, I've got a family of 4 and we'll go off to the supermarket each week. It'd be £120. And then there'll be the other bits you've got to buy throughout the week. And they're preparing a food parcel for a family that's got to last them the week. There's only one a week, so it's not a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking 200, I mean, we people are very nice and more than that.
Yeah.
You know, food.
So I'll propose it,
Yeah, second.
and then do you want me to do?
Next one then, Chair, is events. Just to report that, as you suggested, we do have Santa in the office
Yes.
on the 7th of December. I think he's here for about 4 hours. We're advertising that in the latest magazine. We have got some gifts for the kids already. We bought some books. I won't reveal it on camera in case any kids are watching. Santa's bringing some books. And, so we bought them in conjunction with Hema and Losco Town Council to get a good discount. They're all being wrapped up. I don't believe there was talk of a Christmas Cromford Road Festival, but as I understand it, Amber Valley Borough Council have turned down the road closure for that because of the road works that are going on over that period. Being such a major road, they said they couldn't cope with closing the road, so I don't think that'll be going ahead in that format now. And the last thing, you know, can I have the agreement that, as usual, we support the cricket club's children's party at Christmas? Doesn't cost us a lot. I think it's something like about £100 or something that we pay for the children's entertainment that the club put on. That's supposing that the club are going to be doing that again this year.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, we've got Halloween party next week as well.
14th and Kids Christmas.
Yeah, 14th of December, kids' Christmas party. We've not booked the entertainer yet because we've used the same guy for the last few years, so we're thinking about changing it on. Get somebody different.
Okay.
Can I propose that we do that then, we support their entertainment? Yeah.
Well, I'll second it.
You got 2 seconds. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not trying to
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you'd asked for a vote. There's only 3 of us, Sarah,
There you go, no, so.
I can't vote for it, can I?
Forgot to vote, or have I not?
There you go. Well, you voted. You voted, got a second. 3.
Yeah, because she's through the,
You can.
you can have them beside you, don't you?
Oh, okay.
No, obviously I can't say.
I know you can't, I'm not
Involved.
Yeah, go on.
What is it, 14?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that carried then, Chair.
Yeah.
Then there's the Parish magazine. Parish magazine at the moment is on its way to the printers. But can I say that we struggle now with the Parish magazine since Clive left the authority, Clive Booth. We struggle for articles to fill it, and we do request if members have got anything, and members do say to us, yeah, we'll let you have an article, but we don't get them.
Sorry,
So,
I
you
do
know,
apologise
we-
for the lateness of mine.
Getting to the point where we're struggling to put a magazine together quarterly. And so if anybody has got any stories and ever that they could pass on to Denise for the future, we'd really be grateful, anything that's going on in the community. And then just to follow on from last month's long debate on the Langley Mill Children's Centre, the update on that is that the groups that are trying to save the future of the Children's Centre have put an application into Amber Valley Borough Council to list the building as a community asset. And it looks as though that will be accepted. So that just secures the future a little bit more, that it can't just be sold off without looking at the alternative uses. So really just to note that. And basically to also note that the County Council have been consulting on changes to the library structures, and the deadline for that has closed now. But in between the two meetings, I have put some comments in on behalf of the council, similar to what Codner have put in and Hena have put in, to say, you know, just got concerns, wanting to safeguard as much of the library service as they possibly can, even though they know Derbyshire County Council have got funding challenges that they've got to meet. So that's really just to keep you up to date on that.
Andrew.
Yeah, sure.
Don't drink too much. True, bless you.
The same procedure, they know exactly when she's arrived. And then planning and licensing, Chair, there are two planning applications. It's amazing actually that we've not really had any planning applications since March, and now we're starting to get them. We've got 75 Station Road, Langley Mill.
Right.
And that is a conversion of a 3-bed semi-detached property into 2 flats. So it's,
Jim Truman's old house.
Where?
Jim Truman.
God, that caused havoc on
You know-
Station Road.
There,
Yeah,
roughly opposite cricket ground.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's the second one in from Hill Street.
Second or third one in?
Yeah, second, I think.
They're big enough to turn it into 2.
No, I don't think so. It's the traffic.
Yeah.
Is it Hill Street, Sedgwick Street?
So
Yeah,
Sedgwick Street.
Sedgwick Street.
Second one in from, third one in
From
from
the
Hill.
school at the top.
Yeah, Sedgwick Street, not Hill Street.
Dead end.
it's not big
Yeah.
enough to convert it to 2.
It's just the traffic. I mean, they're all parking along there anyway.
Yeah.
Sedgwick
There's a
Street.
disabled spot outside his house, I don't know whether anyone's using that.
You see disabled there, that house. Obviously his aunt died a few years ago and
And then Jim died,
Jim died 18 months or whatever.
and the daughter sold it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, we stopped it on Bank Street because of the same reason, in parking, but they don't take that into consideration.
Unfortunately, it's not.
No,
The fact that wherever they build,
It's not one of the criteria, is it?
No, it's not.
no.
Okay, the next one is 93 Milnhay Road, Langley Mill. That's an application to determine if prior approval is required for a proposed single-storey rear extension to extend 6 metres with an overall height of 3.64 metres. So that's really just one that's going to determine, do they need a planning application, to put a planning application in, they're not sure. But I don't think we can do much about that if a single storey rear extension's going to meet the planning criteria, then they're going to approve it. And that's it, I'm afraid, for planning. As I say, we seem to be very light on planning applications at Langley Mill at the moment. Right. And that's me done, Chair.
That's short.
Is that it, Chair?
That's it.
Well, it appears that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Shortest one ever.
What's the start of it?
Good job.